I used to believe I was a confident woman. I walked through the busy streets of Aguileri with my head high, my wrapper tied neatly, and my smile bright enough to warm even the coldest morning. My skin, dark like polished mahogany, had always been my pride. People, both men and women, often admired me. But somehow, the admiration of the world meant nothing compared to the disapproval of one man, my husband, Ibuka. One humid Saturday afternoon, I stood before my bedroom mirror, adjusting my blouse for the third time. I smoothed the edges, shifted my wrapper, even tried a different pose. But no matter how I turned, my small chest stared back at me, accusing me, reminding me of everything Ibuka constantly said. He walked in, smelling of his usual cologne, glanced at me once and frowned like the sight of me pained him. "Nah, I've told you before, you are too flat. A married woman should be fuller." My heart dropped, as it always did. "But you married me like this," I whispered. He snorted loudly, throwing his shirt on the bed. "Marriage changes things. I need a wife who can make heads turn, not someone who looks like a secondary school girl. If you don't do something about it, I swear I'll find someone who can." His words pierced me so deeply I could hardly breathe. I stared at the mirror again, and for the first time in my life, I hated my reflection. I hated my body. I hated myself for not being enough. That afternoon, unable to bear the weight in my chest, I went to Oye Market to buy foodstuff. I walked slowly between the stalls, lost in my thoughts, when something unusual caught my eye. A mannequin stood at a small stall, wearing a shimmering bra, glittering softly under the sun, almost alive. "Beautiful woman, come and see. This one is not ordinary. It is the bra of many promises," Mama Nkechi called out. I almost laughed. "Bra of many promises? What does that even mean?" "They say the more you wear it, the more you become what you desire," she said, lowering her voice as if sharing a secret. "Some say it's just tight enough to push things up, but others say it has magic." Magic? I didn't believe in such things, but Ibuka's voice echoed in my mind. "If you don't do something, I will leave you." "How much?" I asked quietly. "For you, 10,000 naira, she said. Then she added softly, "But remember, what you desire may not be what you need." I ignored her warning. I paid. That night, when Ibuka had fallen asleep in front of the TV, I slipped into the bathroom, locked the door, and put on the bra. Immediately, I saw a difference. My chest looked fuller, rounder. I stared at my reflection with disbelief. For the first time in years, I smiled. The next morning, Ibuka's reaction shocked me. This is what I'm talking about," he said excitedly, touching my blouse. "See how you are glowing now. Keep it up, my dear." His approval felt like sunshine on my skin. For once, I felt seen. I wore the bra again the next day, and the next, and every time, my chest grew a little fuller, a little rounder, almost naturally. People began to notice. "Nah, you are looking so fresh lately," my friends whispered. Compliments followed me everywhere I went, and inside me, a dangerous pride began to grow. Ibuka changed too. He complimented me, held my hand in public, even posted my pictures online with captions praising his beautiful wife. I cooked better, dressed better, smiled wider. But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Is this really for you or just for him?" I silenced it. Little did I know, my journey had only just begun. As the weeks rolled by, I watched my reflection transform into someone I barely recognized. Every time I wore that bra, my chest grew a little fuller, a little rounder,
Soon, it wasn't just noticeable, it was impossible to ignore. My blouses fit differently. My dresses clung to new curves that seemed to appear overnight. Everywhere I went, eyes followed me. At a wedding reception one Saturday, I could feel the whispers trailing behind me like shadows. "See now," some women murmured. "She's glowing. What is she using?" Men stole quick glances, pretending to look away whenever I caught their eyes. For the first time in my life, I felt like the room paused when I entered. And beside me, Ibuka walked proudly, chest out, smiling like a king, claiming his queen. "My wife," he boasted to his friends. "See how the Lord has blessed her." But I knew it wasn't the Lord. It was that bra. That strange, shimmering bra that Mama Nkechi warned me about. Still, I enjoyed the attention. After years of insults, years of being told I wasn't enough, it felt good to be admired. It felt good to feel wanted. But slowly, Ibuka's compliments turned into demands. "You are almost there now," he said one evening, staring at my chest as if inspecting a project. "Just a little more and you'll be perfect. Don't stop wearing that bra. I want people to see that my wife is the most endowed woman in town." His words made something inside me shrink. Perfect? Almost there? Was there ever an end to what he wanted? But instead of questioning him, I nodded. I silenced the fear in my heart and slipped the bra on again. By the third month, I was unrecognizable. My breasts were round, heavy, full, almost too full. Sometimes I struggled to breathe in tight clothes. Sometimes my back ached. But I told myself it was worth it. I had finally secured my marriage, or so I thought. Then, everything changed. One Friday evening, Ibuka came home unusually late. He smelled faintly of perfume, a woman's perfume, not mine. My heart tightened. I had noticed this scent before, lingering on his shirt, his neck, even his car seat. But tonight, I couldn't ignore it anymore. "Ibuka, where are you coming from at this time?" I asked, standing in front of him, refusing to move. My knees trembled, but I sat. He sighed and avoided my eyes. "We need to talk. Sit down." "I think I found someone else," he said bluntly. "Her name is Gina. She makes me feel alive again." It felt like the ground cracked beneath me. "Gina? What do you mean? Look at me, Ibuka. I did everything you wanted. I changed myself for you." He shrugged. "Yes, you changed. But Gina, she's natural, small, simple. She doesn't try too hard. That's what I want now." His word hit me like a slap. Small, simple, natural. The very things he once mocked, he now wanted. A few days later, on my way home from work, I saw them together, Ibuka and a young woman, sitting at a bar, laughing freely. My heart shattered. I wanted to match there, confront him, scream, cry. But I walked away. I couldn't bear the embarrassment. I couldn't bear to see the woman he chose over me. That night, when he returned home, I confronted him again. "You are still legally married to me, yet you are going around with another woman." He snapped instantly. "I told you I'm fed up with this marriage. I only stayed because I pitied you, but now you are becoming annoying. I think it's time I leave and have peace." My breath caught. "You prefer a woman with smaller breasts? After everything?" He grabbed his bag. "It's not about size, nah. It's about how I feel. And with you, I feel nothing." And just like that, he walked out of the house and out of my life. I ripped the bra off my body and threw it across the room. I broke down, sobbing, shaking, collapsing on the floor. I had sacrificed my peace, my confidence, even my own body, for a man who never loved me. Days turned into weeks. People whispered, people mocked, people pitied me. And worst of all, even without the bra, my chest remained large, heavy, permanent. I felt trapped in a body that was no longer mine. My life had fallen apart, and I didn't know how to pick the pieces.
The days after Ibuka left felt like drowning. Every morning, I woke up with a heavy chest, not just the physical weight of my new body, but the emotional weight of everything I had lost. My marriage, my confidence, my peace. People whispered behind my back as though my pain was entertainment. Some women pitied me, others mocked me openly. If she had loved herself enough, she wouldn't have suffered like this, I once heard a woman whisper in the market. Those words stung more than any insult Ibuka ever threw at me. I had done all this because I thought love required sacrifice, because I believed changing myself would keep my home standing. Instead, I had destroyed myself. Weeks passed, but my breasts didn't shrink. They stayed large, full, and heavy, reminding me every day of the price I paid for someone else's approval. I felt like a prisoner in my own skin, trapped inside a body I no longer recognized. But life has a way of forcing healing into broken places. One Sunday morning, during women's fellowship at church, something inside me broke open. We were singing when suddenly tears filled my eyes, hot, unstoppable tears I had been choking back for months. My chest tightened, and before I knew it, I was standing in front of everyone, trembling. With my voice cracking, I told them everything. I told them about the insecurity Ibuka planted in me, the insults, the magical bra, the transformation, and the betrayal that shattered me. As I spoke, the hall fell silent. The women watched me with wide, teary eyes. By the time I finished, many of them were crying too. Even the strongest among them wiped their faces gently. And in that moment, something inside me loosened. For the first time in a long time, I felt seen. Not for my body, not for my flaws, but for my pain, my story, my truth. I took a shaky breath and said softly, "Sisters, don't ever change who you are because of someone else's opinion. If they don't love you as you are, they will never love you, no matter what you become." My words echoed across the room. Women murmured in agreement. Some held my hand, squeezing gently. Others hugged me tightly. And as they did, the weight in my chest, though still there physically, felt lighter in my heart. Healing didn't happen in one day, but it began there. Over the next few months, I slowly rebuilt my life. I stopped hiding at home. I stopped wearing clothes that made me uncomfortable. I started speaking to women who struggled with insecurities of their own. And then, one day, I found courage growing where fear used to live. I took some money I had saved up and opened a small boutique for women. I named it True Form. I wanted it to be more than a shop. I wanted it to be a reminder, a message that our true form is enough. That beauty isn't something to chase or force or reshape for someone else's approval. Every woman who entered my boutique met me with a gentle smile. "Do you have body-enhancing products?" some would ask shyly. I always answered the same way. Be careful. Sometimes what you chase is not what you need. Confidence is the best beauty secret, and I meant it with my whole heart. Ibuka moved on long ago, chasing other women, chasing new thrills, chasing whatever filled the emptiness inside him. But me, I found something far more precious. I found peace, I found purpose. I found myself again. Now, when I stand before the mirror, I no longer fear my reflection. I no longer measure my worth through someone else's eyes. I touch the person staring back at me and whisper, "You are enough." The lessons I learned were carved deeply into my soul. Never change your body for someone else. Never let another person define your beauty. And never, ever let someone's insecurities become your burden.
Don't miss out on more amazing stories. Subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your network. Let the stories of Africa inspire you.